You guys want dinner? Then move. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. I know it's been a while since you and I have been on, I don't know, this type of a conversation since I've been back in Rochester, but I know everyone's waiting to see more stuff like this.
Do you know how to drive?
But the weather's not cooperating today, is it? No. So we've got one lazy dog and another lazy dog, and the weather's really not cooperating today. So we're gonna have to stick to some of the stuff that I have, and I'm gonna talk about that stuff right now. Alright everybody, welcome back, and I'm getting a phone call. 1 second. Hello?
Yeah?
What's going on?
Just doing marriage stuff.
No.
Changing names, addresses.
My buddy Justin got married last week, guys, so he's going through everything that I went through in May. Say hi to the vlog.
Hey Vlog Squad.
Vlog squad. I'll be back to you guys in a sec. Let me finish up this conversation with Justin. So anyways, guys, we're inside today. I just want to provide a little bit of a context to this vlog that you're about to watch. So when I was out at Worley's, I took the opportunity to go visit the guys over at Calibrated Power and Duramax Tuner, and I was able to meet the guys over there, the calibrators over there. Met Nick, the owner of Calibrated Power, and I was really just fortunate to get to spend a day out there with those guys. Calibrated Power is doing the emissions compliant tuning for the L5P. I ran their tunes for about a week or so. If you guys, I'll kind of put that video down below. I'll link it. Maybe in this video you'll be able to grab it, and I'll definitely link it in the description below. But I ran their tunes for the L5P while I was waiting for all my stuff to come from Motor Ops, as well as some of the other stuff. But they really got their stuff together over there, man, and it was just really awesome to be there. I spent a good portion of the day with Nick Priegnitz. He ended up taking me around the shop, showing me some of the builds and cool stuff that they've done over the past. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. That's kind of what this one's about. Those guys over there are really cool. So check this video out, and I'll see you guys when it's done. Alright guys, we're here. We're at Calibrated Power, home of Duramax Tuner. I'm taking a step away from Worley Shop today to spend some time here with the guys. I'm here with Nick.
Yes, sir.
Nick, you might know him from Diesel Insights. I know him from all the L5P content that they've been putting out over the last probably 2 years. I've probably seen every episode, but that's how I know Nick, and that's how I got introduced to these guys here. Yeah. So I'm here with Nick. Nick, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah.
Your company.
Sure.
There's a lot of cool stuff here, so we'll just take it a little bit at a time. And
yeah, it's a good time. So I'm Nick Priegnitz. I own DuramaxTuner.com, Calibrated Power. This is my shop. You're looking at the 2020. Well, you're not looking at the 2020. You're looking at the Durabird in the
We've got
background.
the 2020 over here. We're gonna get into this.
Get
Yeah.
into the 2020.
What is this?
So this is the Durabird in the background. This is a 2004 Suburban.
Okay.
Got an LBZ in it.
All right.
It has about 1,050 horsepower. It's got a Stealth 64 with a 488 in front of it.
Okay.
14 millimeter pump, 150% over injectors, our 1,000 horsepower transmission, DT1000.
So this is your transmission,
Yeah.
your Stealth.
Yeah, this is just kind of a, build it and show it off and see what we can do. And, the truck is consistent 11.0 at 125 mile an hour truck. Good family cruiser, fun to take on vacations.
How long have you had this truck for? When did you start the project?
Yeah, I think I bought this one 2015 or 2014.
Okay.
So I had it for 4 or 5 years now.
It's clean.
Yeah, it's only got 120,000 miles on it. It was a fire truck, owned by a fire department, I should say, a chief. And so it wasn't, it was taken care of pretty well. And Yeah, it doesn't really get driven in the winter. It doesn't see salt. It gets pretty well taken care of, pretty well babied.
It's super clean. I love the look of it. I might have to. I don't know if we can maybe go out in something like this later, but
I would be happy to take you for a ride in it.
That'd be. I would love to go for a ride in this thing. This is an
This is an LBZ.
LBZ.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one gets. I mean, it doesn't get driven a whole lot anymore. It gets probably a vacation or two a year, and then a dirt drag race, or goes out to the drag strip, or maybe a sled pull.
You pull with this?
It has pulled before. I wouldn't say often. It doesn't do particularly well, but at the local stuff, it's fun to bring more trucks out.
Sure. Cool.
It's got the big Willwoods on it. You don't see those very often.
What is that?
So
Oh, the brakes.
6-piston Willwood setup. The guys tease me because I don't usually run 20-inch wheels on my stuff, but I had to clear the Willwoods.
What do you normally run? 18s or factory or what?
Wheels. Yeah, I like stock wheels and I run tear grapplers. It's just kind of my speed.
I was actually going to ask you, I'm running the Toyo MTs and I'm sick of the mud tire.
Yeah.
And I talked to Tim, he's like, I've seen tear grapplers on everything.
Everything I own gets tear grappler G2s on it.
Okay. How do you like that? Is it a good sticky tire? Does it wear well?
They bite really well on the street. I run a lot of high horsepower trucks.
Okay.
They bite on the street. They don't squall. They don't get squirrely. They work well in the winter. I mean, obviously we're in northern Illinois here, so they see a lot of winter miles on the other trucks. They handle, they hold up well. They got pretty deep lugs on them, so if you treat them well, they last.
Okay.
Yeah, solid tire. They pull well too.
I like this. Like, I can't wait to.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some content in this truck probably a little bit later. I got to get Nick to bring me out. So.
Yeah.
Not a diesel.
No, this is my only gas vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a
Chevy Nova?
1970 Nova.
I love the old school classics.
This one's got a 6-speed T56 in it, T56 Magnum, and it's got a 582 short deck big block in it. It's a real kind of basic looking. I just wanted something simple, Sometimes you just don't want to deal with the.
How long have you had this? How long have you had this one for?
Bought this one in 2012.
Okay.
Yeah. Fun car, runs about 130 in the quarter mile.
At 130, that's probably got to put it at about what, 10?
Sure, if I could drive it.
Is this a manual?
It's a manual. It's got mini tub set up on it. It's got a 390 gear.
5 speeds.
It's a 6-speed.
6-speed manual.
Yep. It's got no cage, so that's about as fast as I want to go. But
this isn't
nice
super clean too.
Yeah.
Got big cam in it.
It's pretty rowdy. Oh yeah, it's pretty rowdy.
Yeah.
It's pretty rowdy.
Here's the 2020. We're gonna probably end with the 2020. What? I want to. Is that the Apache?
Yeah, behind this fire truck now.
Oh, we've seen this on YouTube. So tell me about this truck.
This is my truck.
Everybody.
This is my truck, man.
Didn't know.
Yeah, no, this is. If there's, the guys always tease me and say you'll sell anything except for the Apache, and they're right. The Apache's the one I've had the longest. Bought it in 2012. It's gone through so many iterations of updates and transmissions and air conditioning and whatever. We've tested probably 6 or 7 turbos on it.
Okay.
All the Stealth Series turbos have been tested on this truck. We did the Edelbrock head shootout on this truck.
Okay.
We do dirt drag racing with it. It gets any sort of LB7 testing that needs a full-on built motor, nasty fuel system test. This is the truck.
So there's an LB7 in here.
LB7. It's got 100% over extra G injectors.
Okay.
It's got 12mm pump in it. It currently has Edelbrock heads on it. It's got an air-to-water intercooler setup. You can see here.
Okay. Is that what that tank is
That's what the
in the
tank
bed?
underneath the bed is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what does this make?
This one makes 840 to the tire with a stock appearing Stealth 67 on it. It's a handful.
How often does this truck move?
Well, tell by the layer of dust on it, it hasn't been driven in a while. We've just moved into a new building, so there hasn't been a whole lot of time for fun stuff lately.
So complete fuel system.
Complete fuel system. It's got a fleece data logger on it, which is kind of a neat little deal.
This? Oh, there.
Yeah, right there,
Okay.
yeah.
So if I recall, there's a complete series on YouTube, I think, regarding this truck.
There is a complete Apache Max build series on YouTube.
Is that on the Diesel Insight channel, or is that on?
That's on Duramax Tuner's YouTube page.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'll go ahead and I'll find that. And if you guys are looking for the complete build on this truck, this Apache here.
Yeah, we go through all sorts. I mean, this is built on a 2003 Chevy. It's been shortened and the frame's been fish plated together. If you look under here, you can see the fish plate.
Okay.
Okay. Now, most Apaches don't run 35-inch tires, so they don't fit on the fenders on these trucks. So this fender, you wouldn't know it by looking at it because they did a really nice job on it, but it's got a 2-inch section in it, in the fender all the way up. So that both sides of the fenders have an extra 10 hours of labor in them, just cutting them and widening them so they
wouldn't have any.
They fit the H2 wheels on them, or the H1 wheels, I should say.
The H1 wheels?
Yeah, so these are wheels off of an up-armored Humvee. They got 24-bolt Humvee wheels. They got run flats in them.
Do these have the air compressor on the inside?
No, these are not the central tire inflation setup, but they could be. No, that'd be another mess to set up. So I got the data logger on the truck. You saw the data logger, right? We collect drive pressures, we collect boost pressures, temperatures, all sorts of intercooler efficiency, turbocharger stats. But inside the truck is kind of a. I'll just show you. Yeah, hop on the other side here. One of my favorite parts of this truck is the inside.
Everything here in the shop is so clean.
Try and keep it that way, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't want any like crazy gauges. I didn't want anything weird. I didn't want it to be like look like a race truck inside.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you get in this thing, it feels like a 1958. I mean, feel that seat.
It's classic. It's very, very classic in here.
Right.
But I like it as well. And the fact that everything is flawless in here just adds to it. What transmission is in this?
It started out with a ZF6, and I really just could not stand the triple disc clutch. And I had a 456 gear in it, so I put a 373 gear in it, and I put a Allison in it with our 6-speed conversion.
So this is a 6-speed.
So yeah, it's just 6-speed Allison.
Okay.
Yep.
Uh-oh, what's back here?
You got the fuel cell back there. You have your air to water intercooler. So the truck has air to water, and if you look right underneath the camera there, you can see the fill for it.
Right here?
Yep.
Okay.
And yeah.
I don't know how things like these work. This is my naiveness and I've been saying it around the shop all day, my stupid questions of the day. So
please.
What is air? What is this again?
This is the fuel cell.
Okay.
So there is the air to water intercooler, and underneath this bed is a 12-gallon aluminum water tank. So if you go underneath the truck and look underneath, you'll see it. And there's a water pump under there.
And that's what's used for cooling.
So that's what's used to run that air to water intercooler instead of having something up front in the where the radiator is.
Like a traditional intercooler.
Right.
Now it's making more sense.
Yeah, so we pack that thing full of ice and water when we go to the dirt drag races so that it stays nice and cool.
Do you pull with this? Or have you pulled with?
It's not ideal for pulling. It's just too short of a wheelbase.
Okay. Maybe we'll have to get a ride in this too. We'll have to see what Nick's tolerance is today for taking every vehicle in the shop out. Yeah. So as we cruise around the shop here, I think that's what, your UCC truck?
UCC truck on the end down there. This is a work stock truck we've been campaigning all year. This is the one we call Mavtron. It's just got a Stealth 67 on it. Basic fuel system stuff.
Okay. All right, so Nick, what are we looking at right here? What is this?
This is a Mahindra Roxor. This is just new for 18, I think. It's a diesel CJ2A, essentially, based on an old Jeep from the 40s or 50s.
Okay.
Mahindra makes it, Indian company. Really cool platform, 2.5-liter turbocharged diesel. It's got a 6-speed or a stick shift transmission in it. They only make about 50 horsepower from the factory, which is something we can help you with.
So you guys are a tuning company. Oh, yeah. I'm sure that this
you know, diesel, Jeep, like how could this go wrong?
Right.
Oh, it's fun.
So what displacement's in here?
2.5.
And it's rated for, they're rating it at about
So
50.
they call it 62 horsepower. We dyno test them to about 52 horsepower,
Okay.
which is barely enough to reach their top speed, which is advertised at 45 miles an hour.
Okay. So this is for like your like dune enthusiast, off-road rock.
Say working on the ranch, farmers, people who like trail riding, that sort of thing.
Okay.
So with a tune only, we get these things to about 120 horsepower, which is a ton of fun.
Double.
Yeah, which is more than double, right? And we can get the speed limiter up a little bit for you. We can get the thing rocking. So there's some places where you can get them street legal. So it'd be really nice to drive it on the street with that kind of power. And then this one is kind of our test mule, right, where we're turning the power up even more. So if I bring your attention here, all right, if you peek through the grill, these do not come with intercoolers from the factory.
But I see.
But you see an intercooler.
I do.
Yes, so that intercooler complements our turbocharger. So we've done a stealth, what we call the RX41 turbocharger for this truck.
So you have a Stealth Series charger on this already?
Yes. Yeah, we got our own Stealth Series turbo on this one and the intercooler. And we are right around 200 horsepower to the tire with this Jeep right now, which is probably about where we're going to leave it. It's got an Exergy CP3 on it, so it's got a pump off of a Duramax on it.
Okay.
And it gets down, man. It's only like 2,900 pounds, so it's it's fun. Jeremy is working on fabbing up hooking up, I should say, a 2.5-inch catback exhaust on it.
There's no exhaust on this right now?
There is a factory tailpipe, and you can see it over there, but you can see how small it is. And so
it looks like my John Deere mower.
Yeah, I mean, when you're only making 50 horsepower, it's not a big deal, right? But,
sure. Will this help with any power output or anything like that, changing the exhaust?
Yeah, so I wouldn't normally touch any exhaust equipment. I don't have to because I like stuff quiet, but we dyno tested this one. The exhaust is worth over 10 horsepower, which on a truck that makes this kind of power, we need to showcase that. So,
okay.
So we're going to put the 2.5-inch exhaust on it and continue to run it.
Okay. So this is a Roxor.
R-O-X-O-R.
Okay.
Yep.
I've never heard of these things, but this looks like it could be fun.
Yeah, take a look in the cab. It's kind of a neat setup. It's very bare bones, minimalist, simplistic deal. We put an Edge CTS in it.
Okay.
And we put the windshield on it. They don't come with windshields. But I mean, if you're used
It's a manual.
If you're used to being in an old Jeep, everything's new and it's just as old as it ever was.
What year? So you said 2018?
2018.
Okay. How long have you guys had this then?
I've had this one for about 1.5 years.
Okay. Well, there it is. Roxor SE.
Roxor SE.
Yeah, I've never heard of this.
Yeah.
5-speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 5-speed manual.
The transfer case with high and low range.
Right next to it. Is this permanently 4-wheel drive or is it 2-wheel?
No, it's selectable.
Okay.
You can get all sorts of goodies and accessories for them. It's kind of one of those vehicles that's made to accessorize. So put a limited slip in it, put big tires and wheels on it, change your gears.
Lift
Kit, windshield, right? And I put the back seat in it. So we're just kind of adding parts to it as we go.
It's really a hobbyist's vehicle.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
A low entry-level price point, but you know, by the time you're done putting parts on the thing,
yeah, you're up to just as
yeah.
You know.
Adds up quick.
Moving along, this.
Oh yeah.
I see a big turbo. I see oversized wheels, and I see a bed that is longer than any other long bed that I've seen.
Yeah.
What are we looking at, Nick?
Well, I showed you the Apache where we cut the fender, right, and put the 2-inch strip in the fender. Well, this bed is two Ram beds from a 2011, and this is a 10-foot bed, custom made for this truck. Custom made is the name of the game for this truck.
Sure.
This is our UCC truck. It's got a 600 cubic inch Cummins in it, out of originally an ISL. 600? 600 cubes, man. Yeah.
What does that break down to in liters for the?
It's a 10 liter. All 10. All 10.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
What is? Do you have figures for this? What does this put down at the?
Try to hide them. Oh, you mean figures, not dollars?
No, not dollars, not dollars. No, 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 no.
The truck is currently at about 1,200 horsepower. It's pretty. It's scattered at 1,600 horsepower. Two or 3 years ago on the dyno, it was making 3,200 foot-pounds of torque.
Oh my gosh!
Without any nitrous or any assistance. It wasn't even really working that hard then. I just didn't have good rods in it. It is just a handful. It's just insane. I mean, you really got to look under the hood.
Yeah, let's take a look under the hood here. I'm so short. Let me see if I can. Okay, there's one charger.
There's one. There's the other one.
Here's a second.
Yep. So those are the primaries.
Here's the second charger. So there's two. These are the primaries.
Those are the primaries, and then they feed into one charger.
So you're hitting at a third charger.
Yeah.
Which
is behind those two if you look down.
Is right here.
Yep.
So this is not a twin. This is called a.
Be a triple turbo truck. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And this one has a big air to water setup on it. Big injectors.
Air to water. That's what we were talking about.
Two 14mm pumps up front.
This truck's impressive.
It is. It is insane. It's.
Is this a pulling truck?
It was originally built to compete in the UCC, the Ultimate Callout Challenge.
Okay.
The problem is it weighs almost 9,000 pounds, so it's not even remotely competitive there anymore.
Okay.
We did just go to a sled pull with it. If you look on our Duramax Tuner Instagram page, you'll see a video of it.
Okay.
It ran really, really well. Even at 1,200 horsepower, it blew the transfer case right off the back of the transmission at the end of the track. So here it sits waiting for a couple replacement shafts and an extension housing for the transmission.
So we're not going to be able to get out on this today.
No, this one's not driving today.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Well, I'm going to have to check out that Instagram post myself because I am curious about this truck. It's just a mega truck. Its sole purpose is for drag racing, quarter mile, like that. That when you say UCC,
I think its sole purpose is the impression, is the feeling you have right now looking at it, right? Like it is just
the awe factor, the wow factor that you don't see.
Yeah,
all the time.
The challenge to put all this together and make it run right. I mean, this truck runs on an ECU, you know, that shouldn't be running this engine. So it's just been a big challenge to get it together and get it to this point, and it's a neat project to have under the belt.
What name did we have for this?
This was called the UCC truck.
The UCC. The other one was Megatron.
Mavtron.
Mavtron. Okay, Mavtron UCC truck.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We had to relocate the radiator to the bed because we didn't have room for it up front.
Well, when you have 3 turbos up there, doesn't leave much room for much else.
No, there's not much room.
So, cool. This truck's very dually.
These
are these 37s.
I don't even remember.
I probably can't even do the math if they're metric. 285. Yeah, I'm not doing the math.
285, 55, 22. Sure. Someone typed that into Google.
Sounds like a 37-ish.
Sounds like a 37. Just like it. Yeah.
So I'll just keep this on. I can cut off. Definitely want to check out the 2020. Maybe go for
let's
ride.
Let's take a rip in the 2020.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that wraps that video up. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Nick, again for having me out and introducing me to everyone and showing me some of the cool stuff that you guys got going on over there. Next video, guys. Nick actually takes me out in his 2020 tuned L5P. So look forward to that video. That's going to drop shortly after this. But again, thanks everyone for the support. We crossed 2,000 subscribers. Thank you, the guys at Duramax, TUNER, Worley Custom Fab, everyone that kind of has worked really hard to get this truck to where it is, guys. I'm so thankful for you guys. Thank you for all your support watching my videos. Guys, if you have any questions, shoot me a message on Instagram, send me an email, do whatever you got to do to get a hold of me. If you have any questions with tuning or some stuff that you're looking to do to your truck, always willing to help out. So with that being said, guys, hope you like this video. I'll subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next upload. See ya.